Ever had a rental car company try to scam you on return fees? I had to rent a car for 5 weeks while my own car was being repaired after an accident. It wasn't cheap, but this rental company had 2 policies that made it easier to stomach. No cleaning fees, no matter how messy the car got, and unlimited miles. Since I live out in the country and driving long distances is part of daily life, that deal worked perfectly for me. When my repair shop finally called to say my car would be ready Monday evening, I phoned the rental company on Sunday to double-check the return process. They told me my official return time was 5:30 p.m. Monday, but instead of coming to their location, I could just leave the car at the shop and drop the keys in the shop's key box. Easy, right? At least that's what I thought. So Monday evening, I went to the shop, got my car back, left the rental keys in the drop box, and was ready to put this all behind me. That's when the check engine light came on in my own car. Great. The shop told me to bring it back the next morning so they could look at it. Annoying, but fine. I went home thinking I'd be stuck there all Tuesday morning since I wouldn't have a ride. At 7 a.m. Tuesday, I got a furious call from the rental company. They said they couldn't access the key box because the shop didn't open until 9, and they were going to charge me for an extra day. I reminded them I'd only done exactly what they told me to do, but they didn't care. That was their policy, they said, and the charge was final. $91 for a day I didn't even use the car. At that, I was beyond angry. I went back to the shop around 8:50. They opened, retrieved the keys, and gave them to me. Right on cue, the rental guys showed up a few minutes later. One of them inspected the car, while the other repeated that I was being charged another day. I asked, so since I'm being charged an extra day, that means this is still my car until 5:30 tonight, right? The guy hesitated, then admitted, yes, technically that was the case. Good, I said, because if I'm paying for it, I'm keeping it, and I refused to hand the keys back. Now, I could have just driven it home and parked it, but I was petty and furious, and if they wanted to play this game, I was going to make it hurt. I live on a farm, and it had been raining nonstop for days. By the time 10 a.m. rolled around, the car was coated in mud. It looked like someone had dipped a sleek black sedan in chocolate. The inside, I left spotless, because I wasn't trying to ruin the day of some minimum wage kid who would have to clean it. But the outside was a nightmare, and I knew exactly what they'd be thinking. If the outside looks this bad, what kind of disaster is waiting inside? Caked in mud myself, I threw trash bags over the seat and drove the car to the rental office. When I walked in, covered from head to toe, the same guy who refused to cancel the charge looked horrified. I plastered on a big smile and cheerfully said, "This car is amazing for mudding. I've got the whole day left, so I'm going to keep at it. Just wanted to swing by and ask where to drop the keys at 5:30. He looked like the life drained out of him, shoulders slumped, face pale. He knew exactly what was coming if I drove it away again. Finally, he caved. "If you return the car now, we'll cancel the extra day charge," he said. I didn't hesitate. I handed him the keys on the spot. They needed that car back in rentable condition, and I had just made that impossible, unless they bent their own rules. So I ordered an Uber back to the shop, where my own car was finally ready. No cleaning fee, no extra day charge, just the sweet satisfaction of knowing I beat them at their own game, and that $91 stayed right where it belonged, in my pocket.